Oh yeah, a lot of talking in Cyberpunk. I love talking though. Oh my gosh, there's nothing wrong with talking. Everybody, I can talk, you can talk. Brrr. You know what? I'm done talking because we've got to bring in our GM, and I'll go ahead and let them handle the rest of the conversation. So please welcome on in GM. Ah, crap. Okay, well, I'm not done talking, I guess, because I'm the GM. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I knew I was the GM. It's okay. I've got stuff to throw out, and we are going to be jumping into a Kuso classic. And by classic, I mean this has not been seen since Kuso6rande. Yeah, the second one. Corndan, hello. I believe you're here. You can talk when you want. I'll go ahead and introduce the game. So, Kuso6rande, the last time that we saw this on the main tournament, although it may have appeared in some other places, whether gauntlets or... I'm trying to remember if we had it on the GDQ tourney, because it might have shown up there. Anyways, this is one of my favorite Game Boy Color games that I've given out, and I love to send it out to people who have never seen it. So give it up for the shovelware classic, The Mask of Zorro. Only for Game Boy Color. Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely. And you know, you talked about not talking. You would talk anyway, no matter what.
Yeah.
You could get two other GMs on here, and you would still talk.
Yeah. Like, there's no way I'm gonna stop talking. Can't stop, won't stop. Anyways, this game is one of those that I think is fun, but is massively flawed. And don't worry, you're going to see everybody. I don't think all of the players are going to enjoy it either, but too bad. They get to play for an hour and, you know, try to figure out how to actually make progress in this game. I fully expect there to be some difficulties getting past the first screen of the game as well for at least one or two of the players. Yeah, so
probably.
Yeah, have you played this game at all?
I have. It's been a while, but I have.
Oh, really? I didn't know you did. Well, that's cool.
I played it after it showed up in Kuso6rande.
Why?
I don't remember. I think sorting stuff when we were putting together the first gauntlet,
Oh.
right? I think I was going through it for that.
Ooh, okay. That makes sense. Honestly, Game Boy Color had a lot of games on it, and simply put, if they weren't any of the really good games, then they were usually really bad. There is so much bad stuff on the Game Boy Color that we haven't even touched. And bad, I mean, technically bad.
I'm looking forward to, and just the regular Game Boy too.
Yeah.
I've been going through part of that, so I picked up recently for my birthday. I picked up a $10 original big fat Game Boy that the display didn't work and the speaker was broken, so I got it for $10.
Oh, awesome!
And I bought a new speaker for it because they're cheap. It's a 28mm speaker.
Okay.
And a whole new display, right? Replaces the whole front board and everything. It's now backlit. It's fancy, and so I've been loading up. Right, I've got a flash card. Right, so I've been loading up some of these games to play, so I can actually play them on the Game Boy because. Yeah. The big one for me is comfortable in my hand.
Okay.
And it's perfect. My son, you know, has also played it. He's played Tetris on it already.
Yeah. Got to go with the classics.
And so you know, what I've been finding is really interesting is, right, there's a lot of mediocre Game Boy games more than anything. But there are, you know, some that are surprisingly good that I didn't know were as good, that I think in some ways are better on more modern hardware than they are on the original Game Boy hardware because of the original Game Boy screen.
Yeah, honestly, it's hard to see some stuff on that tiny screen.
It smears everything together, right? Because I'm clearly playing on a Game Boy, right? You know, with that same teeny tiny screen. But like, I pulled out Micro Machines the other day, and it is a competent port of the NES Micro Machines. It's really good. Yeah, but it would have been not so great on the original Game Boy because that screen smears everything together and it moves pretty fast.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I didn't actually have an original Game Boy.
You can pick them up on the cheap. They're great.
Yeah. Oh, we've got a Game Boy Color here now, though. So, yeah, big deal. I can do that. And I've got a Super Game Boy, and I've got the thingy that lets you play Game Boy on GameCube.
Game Boy Player?
Yeah, that one. So yeah, I've got the goods here. I'm locked and loaded, I guess, is what you could say.
Mean, you know, you could still pick one up for travel and stuff like that, right? You know, like our travel stuff is now going to be the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance, right? When we travel, because they're easy to pack. You know, I can have one, Angela can have the other.
True.
The kid can play with one of the two of them.
All right, I think I'm actually ready with capturing, which, heck, I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for that. That actually went.
You're actually done in time?
For once. I'm done like 4 minutes ahead of schedule. Oh, everybody, I hope you like this song. You're gonna hear it for a while. Okay, I am commanding the players to go back to the title screen. Oh, Time Wanderer, you love the sprite. I love his face, just the never-ending.
I've really, you know, playing some of this old stuff again, right, especially on that hardware side, I've really learned a new appreciation for some of the work that the artists and musicians had to do on the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color. Right, like the fact that you can actually see his eyes and blinking and all of that is pretty cool.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to start our countdown in Discord, so I need everybody to spam all of their classic Zorro emotes. Any emotes that have
swords,
Z's?
Hats, Z's, Spanish guitars, gold probably.
Yeah! Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and have the bot count down now. Thank you, Corndan, again, for making this wonderful bot. I've asked the players to let the intro cutscene play. If for some reason anybody starts early, we can just keep a note of this.
Yeah, I think you just gotta hit A to...
Okay, High Spirits is... Wait!
Yeah, I didn't hear the voiceover either.
What the crap?
Oh well.
Oh, so, Corndan, the reason I heard voice acting was because of, oh, High Spirits just got a smooch.
Did you hear voice acting because you had something else going on in the background?
No, I used the default password, and I thought that was how the game began. That's why. Okay, so that's my fault. If anybody started a little bit early or a little bit late, we can go ahead and factor that into it. You know, usually the matches aren't quite super close, but if it ends up being close, you know, we can always take things into consideration, specifically me being a buffoon.
Well, I mean, that's just kind of a given.
Oh my gosh, Corndan. Oh my gosh. Is it come here and roast Brosentia Day?
I come in here all the time to roast Brosentia. That's what it's for.
Yeah, to be fair. Speaking of roasting, you know, the last Don't Make Us Bored was a blast. We've got another show Tuesday night. That's going to be a lot of fun. Don't worry, there is probably voice acting after stage 1. I guess it'll depend on if High Spirits wants to be patient and let that play through. So, right now, the players are going to have to figure out how to essentially control anything in this game. The controls are weird and honestly a little sophisticated when it comes to the Game Boy Color. Because you've got multiple forward attacks, you've got multiple ways to defend. It has to deal with holding the attack button as well as angles.
I'm going to point something out here, and
Sure.
I'm going to put a quote in chat, because this sums up everything that you gave them.
Okay. I couldn't find you a manual, so A jump... I didn't even tell them that much. In fact,
I know.
A doesn't jump. A is attack and B is jump. Yeah, I said make sure diagonals work. Make sure you write down passwords in case of soft locks, because those are definitely possible. Yeah, High Spirits gets a heart and draws a Z. Okay, Jukebox Legend is at the place that actually has voice acting, because I don't know. So here's the deal. If you hold A and push right, you'll do a stabbing motion. If you push down right, then you will do a lower swing, and if you push up right, you will do an upper swing. You'll see Jukebox Legend is in a section that's considered a tutorial of sorts, where it teaches you essentially, if you don't figure out how to use these various attacks, you can't get through this. High Spirits is fighting the boss of the first area, who's kind of a jerk, because guess what?
Yeah.
You get him fully off screen.
He touches you once and he dies, yeah, and he gets his health back.
Yep.
And if he touches you once, you're just dead.
Oh, don't fall. Platforming in this game is kind of a nightmare as well. But there we go. High Spirits is to the next area, and Fat Man loses his pants. Good, good. We're going to see a level clear pretty soon for High Spirits, I think. And there we go. Let's see if we get the voice acting. He's writing the password down. Very good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a little bit, whatever. If you want the full deal, you can go and play this game yourself. High Spirits using a glitch in order to clip through the defending thing, which can be good, but it can also be bad, because it's going to mean that High Spirits didn't go through the process of learning how to actually attack it.
Pretty much.
However, he's gonna have to learn this one. I think you can manage to get past it without attacking, like if you fall off the ledge over it and then go hold to the right, you can just get past it.
I mean, I see what he's trying to do, and it will almost work. Right, like jump on it, and as soon as you're on it, turn, so that when you like get damaged, you know, whatever, stunned, you roll back and you would clip through it. I just don't think it's possible, though.
I tried quite a bit. I don't think it is. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have played this game a decent amount. Because I love this game. It is so bad. Polterghost learning how to do some of the swinging here. Polterghost is definitely in the lead at this point. Like, this level is a little bit complicated because of all the various areas you have to go, and if you fall down, you can end up getting stuck.
Well, High Spirits thinks he's soft lock, it looks like.
I can't blame High Spirits for that thought.
Oh, I mean, fortunately, you can just put in the
I'm
password and
letting
move on.
True. I'm letting the players know that if they are welcome to ask if they are soft locked, and I will tell them yes or no. Because I did warn them that soft locks are fairly common. It's not really until the 4th or the 5th level where there's a big chance of it happening. But yeah, I want them to know that that's not something that I want them to struggle with. Instead, what they have to do is learn how to use their diagonals in order to do upper attack and lower attack. Diagonals are super important, and learning out the various attacks in this, super important.
Is that what they have to do here? Right?
Yep,
Diagonal
High
up.
Spirits learned it. There we go. And password 2. Takaru is moving on to the second stage as well. Polterghost currently going through stage 3. High Spirits is about to join as well. This level can be a little confusing. Yeah. Jukebox Legend and Takaru Impulse trying to take on the training dummies here, which were in the movie. I love it. They incorporated training dummies into the game to force you to learn how to do the various attacks.
Well, I mean,
it could have
makes
been
a lot
done
of sense.
better. Yeah, it makes sense.
You know, I like it from a thematic, standpoint, right? I hate, games, and there's a lot of modern games that are guilty of this, right?
Yeah.
Right? Let me make a tutorial level that's very clearly a tutorial level, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right? So I like the idea here, especially given that it was in the movie, right?
Yes.
That, it would make sense that Zorro has training dummies to practice his swordplay. Right? So, like, forcing that through with zero ramifications for getting it wrong. Like, this dummy isn't gonna kill you. Right?
IGN gave this game 2 out of 10. Wow.
Wait, it wasn't a 7?
That's actually a really strong commentary from IGN. 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. That's the best we can do here. There we go. Polterghost on to the next password here.
But so, I do like this idea of, like, here's a training setup that you have to get through with no consequences, right?
Yeah.
Essentially for failure, where, like, it fits in thematically. I really like games that, if you're going to lay out, like, a concept that you have to do.
Okay, so Polterghost is against the first real big wall of the game, I feel. After the training section. That first enemy in the next stage, because you cannot fight him like you fought all of the other enemies. Luckily, Polterghost got past him really quickly. I think it took me about 10 deaths or something in order to get past. And that's no exaggeration. It's kind of amazing.
I'll be honest. I kind of think this game's a little bit better than IGN gives it credit.
A lot
better.
If
you look at what it does with the Game Boy Color hardware, right? It plays smooth, like the right. It controls all right. I mean, for the most part, like, it's hard. But it's doable. And, the music could be a little bit better, but
at the top of the rope, I love it. The swinging in this game is really bad.
Yeah, that I'll give you. It is.
But no, for having a game that has one single song the entire time, That's pretty cool. Like, it's good music. I never get bored of this music.
It's recognizable as something. I don't know that I would call it good, but I can recognize what they're trying to go for. How about that?
True.
You know?
Okay, I'm sending one other message just because I don't want to see Jukebox Legend tackling one training dummy for the entire match. Essentially, I said check pinned messages if you get stuck. And one of the pinned messages that I have is make sure diagonals work. Poltergeist is onto the church. Wow.
So how long is this game? Like, if you were to do like a speed run or a long play?
I don't know. I've never beaten it.
I mean, because what I'm asking is, you know, could we see a completion? Right? Like, how likely would that be?
I would say it's very unlikely, but it's not super long. It's like 10 levels or something like that. If we do see a completion, I'll be shocked, because Poltergeist is going up against one-hit kill enemies now, and they have to figure out how to get past those enemies without getting shot. And unfortunately, Poltergeist is also learning that there are many issues with this game. Specifically that checkpoints don't really work the way they're supposed to. Poltergeist died after a checkpoint but got sent back to the beginning of the stage. Why? I don't know. If you die in certain areas in the church, you just go back to the start of the stage. That's just how it works. However, one thing that I love about this game is that there are not limited lives. It'll just let you keep going and trying, which honestly, not very many games did that back in the Game Boy Color era. Most of them had limited lives. It wasn't really until around Super Meat Boy that they started getting rid of the limited lives, I'd say. I think that's when it became less popular to have a life system. What? Poltergeist just walked into a wall and it was a room? Yeah, push up everywhere. Because you might be able to get upgrades. I really don't know what the hearts do or if they do anything at all, but hey, Poltergeist found one.
I mean, excuse me. You know, on the screen, like when you get your password or whatever, it does call them out, right? You know, hearts and stuff. So I imagine that there is something important about that.
You're probably right. Okay. High spirits falling down. It's just hard.
He's missed that jump like 5 times.
I'm not surprised. The platforming is so bad. Jukebox Legend, I'm so glad we are past the training dummy. Jukebox Legend is trying to do the spinny thing on the grabby thing, but just the collision for actually grabbing onto the piece of wood is so dumb. It's so incredibly dumb. Like, even if you know how to do it, it can be frustrating to learn, like, to get it consistent.
Yeah.
So this is possibly part of the reason why IGN didn't like the game. Poltergeist onto a good fight there.
Like, I would agree with that. That, you know, one of the big issues with this game is that, like, I would say it's not necessarily the way Zorro handles itself, it's how the game handles Zorro. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? Like, to hit that thing that you have to jump on that High Spirits has now missed like 8 times, you have to hit like 1 pixel wide something.
Poltergeist in the church now. Jukebox. How come I keep saying jukebox?
I mean, you can have a juice box, I guess.
One entire buck made of juice. Good musician. Ooh, Takaru is starting to catch up to Polterghost. Currently fighting this dude. Unfortunately, I think Takaru is going to quickly find out that this guy is no pushover. He is very difficult to deal with your first time getting there.
I don't know. He doesn't seem so bad.
Oh, come on.
Right? But Takaru is like limiting the damage he can do, right? Takaru will win, right, this kind of damage race.
I don't think so. Because Takaru, unfortunately, is cornered and not really able to get any solid attacks off now.
Well, now you just swing like crazy, because that's all you got.
Yeah, but that won't get you through. That'll get you killed.
Well, I mean, everything gets you killed in this game.
It's true. Jukebox Legend is frustrated and is typing in Discord, and I totally do not blame him. Oh, I love it. Takaru is struggling against Lunchman. See, this is why I was shocked that Polterghost got it so quickly. Takaru is a solid player, but Polterghost just blasted through it. Like, it's kind of unbelievable to me.
So I will say, right, because chat's asking, Karo Z asks, has this been on Kuso6rande before, hasn't it? And yes, it was back in Kuso6rande. How far back? So Jukebox Legends asking if they soft locked, because they don't feel like they can get back up there.
Yeah, essentially, I usually say that if you keep trying something over and over and it just doesn't work, go and try something else. But unfortunately, this is exactly where Jukebox Legend is supposed to go. Yep. Wait, this was made in Utah. Yes!
It was.
Oh, I'm so happy.
No wonder it is the way it is. Utah facts.
Well, I mean, was it the same company that made Virtual Bark? Because if so...
Could be.
Oh, see, Jukebox Legend got up.
Not quite the way they wanted to, but...
whatever.
You know...
You know, as long as you get there, you're solid. You're good. Yep. I just love how glitchy it looks when you're climbing to the top of the rope.
It's not so much the rope that gets me. It's grabbing onto that thing to swing.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's the worst.
Yeah. So this company is actually located in like the most Utah section of Utah, American Fork.
High Spirits finally made it across that, but now he died. that sucks.
And the checkpoint for the room that he was in was the beginning of the stage.
Yeah,
because this game is so incredibly broken.
That is definitely the worst.
This game is amazing. Like, I love this game so much. Hey, it turns out that this company actually worked on one of the Xena games, the Talisman of Fate, specifically for the N64. Not really better than the PlayStation game. Yeah, they made a decent amount of games here. I think they also worked on ports for some of the Duke Nukem games, but we have Hocus Pocus for DOS. Uh-oh. I didn't know that was a thing. They helped with Pitfall the Mayan Adventures, which I feel was a solid game. They probably just did some of the ports, though.
So, one of the things that we have, we haven't talked about a while, Polterghost is now, because they made it through that level, they're now back at Zorro's lair doing more training. Which this time is jumping off those stupid rods.
Yeah. Oh, this part is so hard. It's so hard. Ah, there we go. Polterghost is through. Yeah, I love that it has the machine there, and you can just ignore it, even though it looks like you're supposed to fight it. No. Polterghost is at the spawn kill level.
Yep.
My favorite. Oh, we get different music, everybody.
So, Polterghost is winning right now.
Yes.
High Spirits and Takeru are basically at the same spot currently. I think Takeru's made a little bit more progress, but they're basically at the same spot.
There we go. Polterghost got past Gun Guy. I didn't think you could clip through him, but hey, Polterghost managed to do it, so that's cool.
It was just like up and over, right? You know, less of a clip and more of a screw you, I'm going home.
Yeah. By the way, High Spirits and Takeru are essentially tied. Takeru has been here for a while. They just can't kill this dude reliably. High Spirits clipped through. That may actually be a change from third to second.
Good.
Yeah, the thing is, like, Takeru, High Spirits, Polterghost, they're all really solid players in the past. Jukebox got put in a very difficult group here. But you know what? You never really know who you're going to be competing against. And honestly, if you're going to go and take fourth, this is a group where you should feel fine taking fourth in. And if you get above fourth, then celebrate, okay? Go ahead and, yeah, throw yourself a party because you did just that good. Jukebox Legend, climbing up. Time to do some... I mean, I guess jumping on top of the log works there. That's terrible.
But it might be a more stable strat, right, than trying to find, right, that singular pixel.
So Takeru was talking in Discord, said, "Okay, I got nothing here." So I just let him know. I let them know, you're not soft locked. It just sucks, and it sucks big time. It's, I love it.
But yeah, and the fact
Takeru, there we go. Are you gonna type in chat again? Yup.
Of course.
Incoherent screaming. Okay, good.
So, looks like High Spirits is going up against, like, Andre the Giant, I guess?
Yeah, this guy, all you do is you whack him with your sword, and he just flexes until he dies. I'm not even kidding you. That's the strat here.
I'm very much aware of what's happening here.
Yeah, he's like the least scary boss of the game. Okay, now High Spirits has to figure out what to do with the cannon. What you have to do is do a high swing in order to spark. You know, because swords fire cannons all the time, right?
Well, if there's flint there, right? Like flint and steel make sparks, you know, then that fires the cannon.
I mean, steel on steel sometimes makes sparks, right?
Does, yep.
Just gotta whack it hard. Give a little bop with High Spirits. Yeah, there we go. Getting the cannon and into the strangely moving portal. I love that when you go through it, like, the background shifts.
Sure, it shifts and that doesn't, you know.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, this game is so not great.
I mean, but it's not terribly offensive, I think, either.
No, I love this. Like, honestly,
IGN clearly should have given it like they give everything else a 7.
Then again, they also made The Hobbit for Game Boy Advance, and I think Pete Dorr runs that.
Yeah,
it's not good.
That's a way of putting it.
There are a lot of ways to put that.
Right.
Yeah.
That game was definitely a game that was ambitious and then didn't do anything about being ambitious.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm glad that at least this game is ambitious, and even though it controls like crap, it's a lot of fun to play. Okay,
I'll tell
apparently
you
Pete
what.
Dorr runs a different Game Boy Advance game.
So, High Spirits has now made it to the training here.
Okay, yeah, the first couple robots, I think you actually do have to fight the right way and actually try to give them a good old bop. High Spirits, though, is using the high attack, and all you have to do is do the stab. There we go. Next room is honestly just ignore the robot down here and go up.
And just...
High Spirits hasn't seen the robot yet, which might be good.
You know, it's unnecessary. You don't need to see the robot.
Oh, there we go. No, not the right way, High Spirits. I love this game. I love it so much. This guy's just invincible. Polterghost is just kind of doing fantastic in this match. Not gonna lie. Like, I feel like they've already gotten about as far as I would expect most people to get in this match. Or possibly even past, like, the average for what we would normally have for the entire hour.
I would agree with that. I kind of expect Jukebox Legends kind of where I would have expected.
Yep.
Hakaru would be kind of where, right, kind of at about the halfway point where I would expect fairly good players to be.
Yeah. I didn't expect to see the High Spirits robot fight quite as quickly as we did today. Okay, Takaru possibly just taking a small little breather just to say I hate this Discord.
It's not good. I think, as I said, I think it's better than like IGN gives it credit for, but that's like a low bar. I can trip over that.
There we go, High Spirits into the spawn kill level. That's how you can tell that we've got some progress. This level is so good.
just jump over him, High Spirits, or roll through him or something.
I mean, I guess it's teaching you to not mess with gun guys until they already fired their first shot.
I guess.
I mean, I'm not sure if that's really educational. I guess don't stand in front of guns is a good lesson for anybody to learn. Polterghost learning that lesson there.
I mean, I do not want to stand in front of a musket. Yeah, that's true.
Oh my gosh, I did dream that Donald Trump Jr. broke into my tent while I was camping with a shotgun and, like, stuck it into my face. So what did I do? Bam! Grabbed it away from him and then pointed it right back at him and was like, get out of here. And, oh, he ran. Then I opened it. There weren't any bullets in it, but, yeah, like, I'm not going to stand in front of a shotgun.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually sounds about on brand for Donald Trump Jr.
I know, right? Oh, what a dream.
Oh, the checkpoint for that room is at the start again.
Yeah, I just don't understand how some of the checkpoints in this game work. Like, there's some rooms that will take you to a couple different checkpoints just depending on how far you get through the room, and some of the checkpoints that they take you to are actually at the beginning of the game, or the stage.
So yeah, what I'm seeing here, right, it looks like to me, this would be my guess, is that every room, right, like physical kind of room in here, you can really see that on the High Spirit side, right, you know, as High Spirits kind of goes through this, you know, you can see the end of this room, you know, as he goes by. Every room has a spawn location.
Okay.
Right, so...
Yeah.
So not every area has a spawn location, but like with High Spirits, if there's like two rooms that kind of go back and forth, each one has a spawn location.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say that about 90 to 95% of things that happen in this game, that's correct. That's how it works. But there are a few places that it just doesn't make sense to me. By the way, yeah, I was taking a look at this company. Some of the people who worked on this game also worked on Advent Rising, which ended up being an amazing flop for a company that would later be some of the most successful mobile game developers out there. Surprisingly, they actually made good stuff on mobile.
I mean, I think there's some good stuff on mobile. You know, just not a lot of it.
How about this? The software engineer for Middle-earth: Shadow of War.
I mean, I've heard Shadow of War is a good game. I've never played it.
It's so good. It's so fun. Okay. Yeah, and he ended up being the technical director for this game too. I'd say that.
But I mean, to be fair, right? We've had the entire development team for Gordo 106 on, and they went on to make Diablo. So
yeah, honestly, I love that people can get their starts on something that's not fantastic and still manage to move on and do some amazing games.
Right, or the guy who did New York Warriors, right, going on to do stuff for the Seventh Guest.
I know, right? So cool.
He was actually a pretty cool guy. I enjoyed that conversation.
Yeah, I'm really glad we were able to talk to him a little bit. Do.
So,
oh, go ahead.
But I mean, you know, I think this is the sort of game you could hang your hat on this, right? Like, hey, oh, that sucks.
Oh no.
High Spirits.
Oh my gosh, this is the best connection that I have found so far. Because one of the programmers for this game actually was a producer on the Sega Master System classic, Alf.
Well, see, that... Right, there's no saving them. They clearly just make bad games.
No, I love them. They're my favorite because Alf and Zorro are pretty much the pinnacle of video game development, okay? You can't get better than this. Let me go ahead and refresh Polterghost stream. Might as well refresh everyone's stream while I'm at it, just so that everybody is caught up and we don't have anyone who had too much buffering. It looks like Polterghost's internet connection might just be a little butts, but whatever. That's fine. Yeah, there's literally no better video game in existence than Alf. Alf is right there.
I'm pretty sure there are a lot better games in existence than Alf, and I've been playing one recently.
Name a single one.
Saga Frontier. I've been playing Saga Frontier because it just came, you know, the remaster just came out.
Oh.
It's really good.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't tried that.
Have you played it on the PS1?
Nope. I have.
You should.
I have tried a little bit of Unlimited Saga back in the day.
Well, okay, that one's not so good. We don't talk about that one.
I kind of want to try playing it again because, like, I remember my sister Carrie, you know, rented it when we were teens, and she tried playing it. I tried playing it. We couldn't make any sense of it. Like, nothing made sense. And I'm pretty sure it's the fault of the game, but I want to go through it and see if I can do, like, even make any sort of sense out of the game.
100% the fault of the game.
Yeah.
I bought that, like, because I had Saga Frontier, right, and Saga Frontier growing up.
Mm-hmm. Are they at all alike?
Are they alike to each other? Kinda. Right? Are they alike to Unlimited Saga? Not a chance.
Like, I'm just trying to think. Because Unlimited Saga, I can't even tell you the location or, like, you know, what genre it is. I just don't know. Like, RPG, maybe?
I mean, it's clearly board game RPG, and...
Are you sure?
No.
Yeah, same. Oh, I guess apparently my sister bought it and then returned it.
For good reason, right? Like, right, at least with the other Saga games, you know, like some of it feels similar-ish.
Okay.
Right, like I can be like, okay, I've played like Romancing Saga, you know, 1, 2, and 3. I've played, you know, Saga Frontier 1 and 2. I can be like, okay, you know what? Those feel like the same sort of game, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're not exactly the same. You can see the difference and everything, but those at least kind of feel that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Takaru is paused. I'm waiting for more yelling.
I might have to just play Unlimited Saga someday. Like,
right, but
just to do it.
I played through Unlimited Saga and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It was weird. By the way, I do want you to know, Corndan, that I found another connection to a game that you love, because the designer for this game also designed Daydreamin' Davy.
Yeah, I'm very aware.
And Virtual Bart, but that's besides the point.
I mean, and I would argue that both of those games, right, are... Daydreamin' Davy would have been a good game if it had come out in 1990 instead of like 92 or 93 or whenever the heck it came out. Like,
yeah, or if it came out on itch.io, like...
Yeah, and nobody would have batted an eye.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think it's super bad. You know, I think... But I think if it had come out earlier in the Nintendo's life cycle, we'd be talking about how it heralded all of these, like, things going on. Right?
Yeah. So, for those who are showing up and wondering the order that the players are in, Poltergust is in the lead. I believe High Spirits is in second, Takaru in third, and Jukebox Legend fourth. And I only know this because I have played a lot of this game and watched a lot of this game, and I love it.
Yeah. Poltergust is like a level or half a level or whatever in front of High Spirits.
Yeah.
Who's about a level in front of Takaru Impulse, who's about a level in front of Jukebox Legend.
Yeah, there's a fairly decent spread. You can tell a little bit based off of the slight color variations of the backgrounds.
That's how we know it's a Photoshop.
Technically, this does follow the story of the movie. I saw the movie when I was a kid, and I thought it was a pretty fun one. I liked Mask of Zorro.
But, yeah, I mean, so, you know, fortunately here, it could be close, right? Given the difficulties with all of this, you know, we could see High Spirits take over from Poltergust, you know, just because of how bad things... I don't expect that to happen, but it's possible. Mm-hmm. Right, we could see Jukebox Legend and Takaru Impulse kind of swap.
My gosh,
you know, based on the play, though, I think the people who are going to be first and second are set. The people who are going to be third and fourth could be set kind of here.
Yeah.
Right, just the order of each of those could go either way depending on what's going on.
I'm glad that at least the game makes up some excuse to draw the Z. At least, like, classic Zorro thing, you have to have the Z slash in there. Does it make sense? No. Why point your sword towards the camera and then draw a backwards Z that only the player will be able to see? You know, anybody going into the room that Zorro's in, they're gonna be like, why is the Z backwards?
Well, but they don't care, right? Like, everybody knows. Right? Maybe his shtick is the backwards Z, and we don't know any better because he always does it at the screen for us.
Good point.
So to us, it looks like a Z. To everybody else, it just looks like he's real bad at writing. And that's just his shtick. That's how you know it's the real Zorro and not the lookalike Zorro.
They're like, it's okay, our Zorro is illiterate.
Right. See? You got it. You got it all figured out.
Which is fine. You don't have to be able to read to save people. Actually, maybe you can read fine, just can't write, you know? And he's been doing this backwards Z for so long, everybody just is embarrassed to tell him. They're like, we can't. Who's gonna tell him? No one.
Yeah, exactly.
See, but I'm oh my gosh. Corndan, I'm the type of person who
if you write
does
it backwards,
tell somebody.
I'll at least let you know.
Yeah, but okay, story time.
Mostly because I'm gonna roast you for it.
Story time, because there was this like older Japanese lady in Brazil who I was talking to for a while. I lived behind her house for about 6 months or so. Absolutely sweet. But she was trying to learn a little bit of English. She spoke great Portuguese, but was learning a little bit of English. And one of the sentences that she was practicing was, or that she told us was, I want to go to the beach. But the way that you say eyes in Brazil, they have a hard time making the full long, or the E sound. And so she would say it, I want to go to the beach. I want to go to the beach. And I'm like, it sounds like you're saying a swear word. And I just broke out laughing. She's like, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? And I'm like, it sounds like you're swearing. She's like, I have been learning this for how long? And nobody has told me until you. And I'm like, yeah, sounds like you're saying I want to go to the beach.
But
yeah.
Right, if everybody who's going through it with her is also Portuguese, it would be essentially a non-issue, right? Everybody would know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anybody in, like, learning English in Brazil would certainly think that that was okay. But I wonder if somebody, because there's the name Betch in Portuguese, it's Beth in English, but yeah, considering that that is a completely fine name, and a lot of people there are named Betch.
Poltergeist is asking for soft locked.
I don't. I think it might be. Okay, so here's the deal. I think this game is actually legitimately impossible to beat without using glitches. So this might be the fight where Poltergeist is going to have to figure out how to beat the game at its own problems.
So no, the health bar is just above the screen. Is what Cadus is saying.
Okay, so I'm relaying that information. It's important information. Poltergeist should know it, so I relayed that either you need to use a glitch to get through, or the health bar is just hidden. Poltergeist saying, I hit him like 20 times, so I think this level is just cursed. Takaru types level/game. Takaru hates this game so much.
So much. So what's interesting here, I want to point this out, is look where High Spirits is.
Yeah.
Right? You know, all this time where Poltergeist, you know, had that like level advantage, like High Spirits is literally in the same location.
Yeah, but
it's not going to matter.
No.
Right? Because they might be stuck here for the next 15 minutes.
Yeah, figuring out how to actually make these jumps reliably is another thing. And Poltergeist kind of has the worst platforming in, like, Game Boy Color history down. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like, High Spirits is a pro when it comes to some of these games, you know? High Spirits has done extremely well in Kuso6rande, and look at how much he's struggling with this platforming, okay? It's not an exaggeration to say that it's some of the worst on the Game Boy Color. But
yeah, it's
I love
perfect.
this jank. I love the jank so much.
So what is even happening on the road, Just Huxley? So what he's doing is what High Spirits is trying to do is to effectively get that rope up the rope and then jump up on top of it. And sometimes the game just decides that that's not going to happen.
I would not be surprised if we do not see this level completed. It's possible, but very unlikely, I think. I have no idea what comes after this level. But Polterghost is really good at just speeding through some of these annoying areas and realizing I do not have to fight everybody who has a gun. In fact, avoiding the gun guy is probably the best thing I can do. High Spirits, shot in the face right there. Takeru is really stuck in this church section, which honestly is one of the parts where I expected people to get stuck. It's a huge pain.
So what I'm looking up here, just so we know for sure, there is a long play that beats it. I'm gonna see what happens, right, for who kills whatever that guy is.
Yes. Oh, High Spirits ducked the gun. Very nice duck. Yeah, don't want to get shot by dude in pink as well. You know, I feel like if I had to choose a uniform color, I'd be fine with that color pink. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Pink is, you know, a very masculine sort of color. Like, legitimately, that's what it used to be.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I feel like everybody should just wear whatever colors they want, you know, dress however you want to dress. And everybody should be allowed to wear muumuus in public. If you feel too lazy to, like, dress up, just slap a muumuu on and go outside, you know? You need sunshine, too, muumuu people. All you muumuers. High Spirits starting to make some good progress through this level. Yeah, Polterghost unfortunately had to go back significantly in this level due to checkpoint problems.
Yeah, so I will say that guy is not right. It's not a soft lock. You just have to hit him a lot.
Okay.
And you can't see his health because it's off screen. Okay. So I did just go through and check that. So
thank you for the confirmation.
Is this impossible thing? Yep. So we'll see that again from both of them, and just whoever just puts up with it and just keeps slashing at him will win.
Okay, so I am letting them know, I'm just putting in Discord that confirmed the man is killable, can be killed.
You're nicer than I'd have been. I'd have just been like, you were not soft locked in that spot.
Yeah, look, it's round one. Of course I can be nice. Although it's Polterghost, maybe I should be mean. Be mean, be nice, what should I do?
Like, the difference here, like, if you look at Polterghost health bars, right, that in the enemy one is about, like, 3 or 4 pixels above Polterghost.
Yeah.
Right, and so when we get to that spot, you'll only be able to see the very top, or the very bottom line, Polterghost life bar on there, so the other one's just off screen.
I do find it a little bit weird that, like, your health bar is always visual in this game. Polterghost, don't kill your girlfriend! Oh, okay, there you go. Jumping over is fine.
You don't know that
and then walking into the background's fine, too? I don't know. I think it's... Maybe it is. Okay, Polterghost, up to the stupid fight section here.
You just have to fight this guy.
Yeah, actually, he doesn't seem to be any more difficult than any of the other enemies that you've encountered in this area. The problem with him sort of floating in the sky, though, seems a little weird.
I can't solve that problem. Right? Maybe he's got the the hover boots, right, from Legend of Zelda. He's been playing a lot of Legend of Zelda lately. Made himself some hover boots. There we go. It's also why the guy just kind of seems to slide along, right? You know, you can't do a good job with the hover boots. You can't get friction.
Yeah, I feel like Poltergust is probably not using the correct attacks in order to deal damage. In fact, you might have to backtrack a little bit in order to get some good hits on this dude. Okay, High Spirits, getting past Pink Gun Guy. Like, High Spirits could technically catch up to Poltergust and...
Oh, 100%.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the thing is, what you have to do in this game is figure out how to, like, get past enemies' individual AIs. And there is another one of these guys earlier on in the stage where you can see his health bar and thus see...
Literally,
yeah.
If Poltergust had played the level the way they're supposed to, right? Poltergust kind of just skipped up there. The guy's over to the left. Like, if Poltergust runs all the way left, he'll run into it. They'll run into another one of these.
Yeah, honestly, like, practicing these enemies in a place where you can actually see when they take damage would help you know what attacks work. Unfortunately, this location is not one of those places. But yeah, Poltergust, I'm glad, has learned a little bit how to make checkpoints in locations. Going in that window right there specifically allowed Poltergust to set a checkpoint in this room instead of having to go back to the beginning of the stage every time.
Yep.
Anyways, you know, something like this isn't really something that you would think about until you ran into this exact situation in Kuso6rande. Like, there are certain practicing techniques for Kuso6rande matches that will help, but occasionally you come across a unique problem like this dude and figuring out how to hurt him that you just have to think of a creative solution or a creative way to learn how to actually fight him. And yeah, backtracking is probably the best solution that I could offer for this one.
Well, but even backtracking too much is a problem, because there's another guy on the left.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh. do 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 do. I love this. Yeah, High Spirits is on a very difficult jump. Oh my gosh, I would die if we had a last-minute comeback, though. Like, not actually die. Poltergust, unfortunately, going back to the beginning of the stage. Why? Because the game just hates people. That's why.
But, you know, and so in some ways, right, that's actually good information for Poltergust, right? That, you know, when you, basically knowing that going into certain doors sets checkpoints.
Yes.
I don't think they've leveraged that, though, but that is definitely
they did leverage it for a while, but it actually ended up, like, getting broken somehow, and I'm not sure.
Well, because you need to reset the checkpoint, I guess, every time.
Huh. You might be right. I'm not completely sure. So High Spirits, unfortunately, appears to have gone back to the beginning of the stage as well, because this game is absolutely fair and well-balanced.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
This game is, like, there's so many actual legitimate problems with this game. It's kind of unbelievable that, you know, this managed to get released in... that they considered this, like, sellable, you know?
Gotta get it out the door, gotta get paid.
I mean, I guess IGN had plenty of complaints about this game. They specifically said, simply put, Mask of Zorro is a prime example of how bad a Game Boy game can be. Mask of Zorro starts out with a teasing introduction setting the stage for the rest of the game. Blah, blah, blah. First glance, it could be entertaining, music is catchy, use of fencing as your offense is a different spin than most games. But very quickly, and I mean very quickly, you'll learn that this unique fighting style is very uncontrollable and at times seem completely random. Close combat can ultimately mean sudden death, leaving you with only the option to stab, run away quickly, and repeat. In fact, the third enemy you encounter in the game can kill you with one hit. Yeah. And they're like, instead of fixing this glaring issue, Sapphire, the development company, opted to give the player infinite lives. You know what? I don't think it's an issue if you have unlimited lives. I think that one-hit kills are... Look, we have people playing Dark Souls all the time now, okay? And you know what? You have unlimited lives there, and you have a lot more work to catch up to where you were than you do in this game. So, whatever. You're stuck in the year 2000, IGN. I mean, this was written in the year 2000, so that makes sense.
I mean, sure.
The previously catchy Spanish guitar theme is now an overly repetitive tune. The rest of the sound isn't any better with non-varying sword clashes or any type of audio. Honestly, the game has only 3 sound effects: swords clashing, being stabbed, and stabbing an enemy. The synth sound is shot out the window. You'd think the visuals would pick up the slack, but alas, they don't. Mask of Zorro is as visually unappealing as Roadkill. The colors and backgrounds don't offer any eye candy and consist mostly of different shades of tan. Okay.
That's a legit complaint, honestly.
I mean, if you're trying to make something that looks like the movie was basically the 50 Shades of Tan, you know? So,
but I mean, but that's still like it's still a legit complaint, right? When like at a glance, it's hard to tell what level or where I'm at, right? Because everything looks the same.
I guess I've only played this like much more than I should have, because I can definitely tell the different locations apart.
Right, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Honestly, for Game Boy Color, I feel like the game looks fine. Could it have been less bland? Sure. But honestly, I would say inoffensive at the very least.
I don't know. Right, we're about an hour in now. This is starting to get offensive on my ears.
Corndan, I am still not bored of this music, and I've heard it for multiple hours in my life. Multiple.
I'd have gonged this a while ago.
Okay, if it was only the music, sure, gong away. Okay.
You'd have gonged this about 20 minutes ago, right? If High Spirits are doing this, we're still trying to do this one jump because it's stupid.
I still love that they rated it 2 out of 10. Specifically, the caption that they have is painful. This game is painful. Yeah, I can go ahead and say this is a painful game. This is not easy, and it's not easy not because of planned difficulty, but because of all the crap that comes along with everything here. There's a lot of crap.
There's a lot of crap.
Okay.
Crappy would be impressed with how much crap there is.
Oh, Crappy would be impressed with, like, everything. There we go, everybody. We are done. It is time. You can go ahead and breathe. We're not listening to Zorro anymore. Polterghost popping out the good gifts in order to share some love here. Well, everybody, Polterghost takes the victory today, coming in first, High Spirits second, Takadu Impulse third, and Jukebox Legend fourth. This was an incredibly fun match. Let's see, Polterghost is here. Hello there.
Hi.
Hey, congratulations on your victory today.
I don't know if this is worth congratulating me on.
Oh no, why? Talk me through this.
have to listen to the soundtrack for the entire game.
Well, it's only one song.
I like
right?
it. I like the music. Ugh. Fine. Whatever. If you're going to have one song for the entire game, that's not a bad bop to have.
How about the pixel perfect right jumps on those? Okay, like all of the jumps are pixel perfect because this game is dumb.
You got the pixel white platforms. You got the Aladdin poles you gotta swing off of.
The Aladdin poles are the worst. Like, literally the last like 15 minutes was just watching you and High Spirits basically in the same location, right? Trying to jump off that one stupid pole to try to make the two other jumps to make that roll, only to fall off the roll.
Yeah.
Right, to have to go do it all over again.
So good. Yeah, so Poltergust sort of I was trying to figure out how you could learn how to kill the one enemy that essentially was the final wall for you. And
he was the boss.
The biggest thing is that there were other enemies in the stage who had the same patterns and such. I think you skipped past all of them. If you would have learned how to fight one of them, then you would have been able to fight this guy without seeing his health bar.
Hey, I wasn't getting shot by another musketeer.
Okay.
High Spirits got shot through a wall, so
I avoided that at all costs.
So,
like, oh no.
What is the worst part of this game? I have to ask because I actually really love this game, despite all of the flaws. But there are a lot of flaws.
The absolute worst, the nonsense checkpointing. Like sometimes you just get sent back to the start of the area. Sometimes you get sent back to the last door you entered, which are all invisible, by the way.
Yeah, some of them don't make any sense as well.
I don't know if the hearts did anything. I'm like, are these extra lives? Or
they give you more health.
Checkpoints? Supposedly
they give you more health, but
it didn't feel like I had more health.
For the guys with guns, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they're just gonna, you get shot with a musket, you're done.
Yeah, sucks having to do like another 5 screens of level because the game's checkpointing system decided, well, you're back here now.
Oh yeah,
we were kind of hoping.
Oh, go ahead.
At the end, it seemed like you had figured out, like, okay, I start here, I have to go in this room to set the checkpoint to go do that, and then just after a while, you just like stopped, right, and then you died. Right, all at that guy, and he had to go all the way back to the beginning of the level, and I kind of felt real bad.
I didn't feel bad. I've played this game a lot. I haven't beaten it myself, but honestly, the thing is, there's no other game quite like this. There are a lot of platformers that are very similar to each other, but this just sort of like blows all expectations away, and not in a good way. And I think that's the biggest reason why I love this game and why I love giving it out for Kuso6rande, because it's a platformer that just, I don't know, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I do appreciate in Discord, though, I'm going to bring it here. I know you can, both of you guys can see it, but I want to, right, that Takaru is saying that the combat system is 100%. What if we took NES American Gladiators Joust and made it worse in an entire game? And you know what? I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, that's about right. Oh my gosh. Well, Poltergust, I'm glad that you were able to come here. Congratulations on your victory. Honestly, High Spirits was almost getting to where he could pass you, but he didn't make it to that enemy that was the struggle for you. So, you pretty much were in the lead the entire match. So feel good about that. Oh, what about these days? What are you doing these days? Playing any good games or streaming anything that people should know about?
I haven't really been doing much on my streaming channel. I've been traveling the country a little bit, so
fun.
My home situation's been a little unstable for that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's understandable. Are you playing any games offline that you're enjoying, or just enjoying the world?
I'm getting back into Master of Orion. It's been a while since I played that game.
I've never played that.
It's quite exciting if you're into 1996 spreadsheet simulators.
My brother-in-law
maybe I
did
am.
speed runs of one of those.
Neat.
Yeah, it was like 3 minutes long.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
Oh, he's an engineer, so it was pretty much perfect for him. I imagine if you're an engineer, you have to love spreadsheets.
Not
I mean, I'm
necessarily.
I'm gonna get in trouble saying this, yeah. Well,
Sometimes you want to go away from numbers for a little bit.
come on, I love numbers. I never want numbers to leave me. I want numbers in my life. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are good. That's the good stuff.
Good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you so much, Polterghost. I think that's all that we have for you. Corndan, thank you so much for jumping into commentary with me. I had an absolute blast, and I'm so glad I got to see people play this again. It's been way too long. Well, both of you take care. See you later.
So, yeah.
Bye. Everybody, Kuso6rande, the Bad Video Game Tournament, is brought to you by Butts. Yeah, that's right. Everybody has one, but most people forget. I'm going to go ahead and run a 1-minute ad, and then we will be back with the next game and revealing who the GM is. See you in 1 minute.